Welcome to Sustainability Talks. Ever wondered why carbon neutral targets seems closer while net zero goals stretch further into the future? Let's break down these often conflated terms and explore the crucial distinction. Carbon neutrality focuses on balancing emitted greenhouse gases with an equivalent amount of carbon removal or offsetting. Companies achieve this by purchasing carbon offsets or credits, essentially compensating for their emissions rather than eliminating them. Net zero takes a more comprehensive approach by cutting emissions at source. It prioritizes drastically reducing emissions across all operations and supply chains. Offsets are only used for unavoidable residual emissions, acting as a last resort. A key difference lies in their timelines. Carbon neutrality is often viewed as a shorter term strategy, while net zero represents a long term commitment. Simply achieving carbon neutrality by relying heavily on offsets doesn't address the root cause of climate change, which is excessive emissions. It's like treating the symptom without addressing the underlying illness. Now, let's have a closer look at carbon offsets. They fund projects that reduce or remove greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. Examples include reforestation, renewable energy development, and methane capture. However, the carbon offsets market faces challenges, including a lack of robust regulation and instances of fraud. Thorough due diligence is essential when considering offsets. Net zero is path to true decarbonization, which demands a fundamental shift in how businesses operate. It requires identifying emission hotspots, often including challenging to measure scope 3 emissions. Accurate emissions data is crucial for developing effective reduction strategies. Even if precise data is unavailable, using estimations and available tools is better than inaction. Without these understanding, companies cannot effectively target their reduction efforts. Examples of net zero strategies include transitioning to renewable energy sources, improving energy efficiency in building and operations, reducing overall consumption of emission intensive products, investing in carbon capture and storage technologies, developing comprehensive transition plans that consider affordability, reliability, and competitiveness. Crucially, achieving net zero requires engaging suppliers who often account for a substantial portion of its scope 3 emissions. Collaborative efforts throughout the supply chain are essential for success. In conclusion, while both carbon neutrality and net zero contribute to climate action, net zero represents a more ambitious and impactful approach. It emphasizes emission reduction at the source, paving the way for a truly sustainable future. Carbon neutrality can be a stepping stone, but net zero is the ultimate destination. It requires a commitment to systematic change, technological innovation, and collaboration across industries. Thank you.